Hi all, welcome back. This is part 6 of a series of 7 videos. In this POC, we will use AWS code pipeline with code commit, and we will use here AWS Beanstalk. Agenda for today discussion, we will discuss on the AWS code commit for creating the repository, and we will upload the project in the code commit. And after that, we will go and create the Elastic Beanstalk one application. Then after that, we will create a pipeline. Then we will upload triggering the pipeline by updating source code. And after this demo, we will go and delete the pipeline. The flow is very simple here. Just the user will check in the code commit, and code commit will deploy those code to directly to the AWS Elastic Beanstalk with the using of the AWS code pipeline. So let's go and start the demo. First, we will go and create the repository in the code commit. So I'm opening my console. This is AWS console and opening the code commit service. I mentioned at each and every step in this document, and I will follow the same name, road notation, everything from this document. So it will be easy to understand. And this is the repository name over here. I have selected here. So you can see here, this is the code commit, and in this repository, we don't have any repository so far. So just go and we will create the repository. This is the repository name, and any description if you want to give. So this is a actually Magician application. So just I am giving this thing, and we can add the tag also here, project Magician application. And after that, just go and create that repository. After creating this repository, we will get the URL, right? So we have done this thing. So, but for connecting to this repository, we need uh, code commit user credentials. So go to the IAM. You can see here I've already created one user over here. This is admin user, and this user I am going to security credential tab, and here you can see HTTP gets credential for AWS code commit is there. So here if you are doing first time, you need to go here for generate the credentials and copy the username and password both, and export. You can see here username password. I'm keeping it, and we will use this user password when we will use the push the code from the local to the code commit. That time we will use this. So now actually I have put my code into the GitHub, and we will, what is the process here I will follow. What I will do, I will take code from GitHub to the local system, and then we will remove that git repository connection that is already for the GitHub, and after that we will again create the local repository, and then we will check in our code to the code commit. This is the process, right? So this is you can see this is the GitHub URL already there. So let me open GitHub URL. You can see this is a AWS CI/CD pipeline, Beanstalk Magician application, same URL I think I mentioned over here, right? So I will go here, copy the URL, and what I will do, I will create one folder, empty folder, Amit name, and I will take all those code to the local repository first from the GitHub. So you can see here, so we don't have anything here. So I am doing the cloning from the GitHub. And you can see cloning has been done here. And you can see if I will go here, we have that repository. You can see Git, this is local repository, we got it, but we need to go and delete it because we don't want to do it here. So I will run the rm command over here. You can see rm command, and after that you can see we are not able to see any local Git repository, right? So first we need to go to init for creating the local Git init. Now we can see Git status. It will show lots of file we need to add. So we will add it. Now status you can see here. Now status, it is there, right? Now we need to commit it, right? For committing it, you can see here. We will git commit. We will run it, and let me clear it. Git commit. It is committed, right? You can see here. Git status. We are right now. We need to copy it to the AWS code commit, right? So first we need to define the remote location, right? For that remote repository. So you can see for this here, which we have created, this is we are copying this URL and giving the path over here. This is done. Now we need to get a git push. When you will run this command here, after that it will ask for the credential. You can see here, git push origin master. That time it will ask for the credential, but I think I have already done connected, so it will not ask. Now it is pushing the code to the code commit. You can see it's done. You can see from here. You can see this code is ready, right? And this is the our master branch, right? And so we have done this code commit parts. After that, we need to go and create a Magician application. So we need to go first open this Elastic Beanstalk. So I'm going over there. This one, the Elastic Beanstalk, you can see here. And you can see here, this is first we need to go and create application from here directly, and application name. So I will take all those information from here. This is actually Node.js application. Application name, Magician application, right? And anything you can see platform Node.js, we need to select. And platform branch, you can select 12 or 10 versions, but I will select for the Node.js 10. Node.js running on, okay. Not 10, Node.js running on the 64-bit. Okay, Amazon Linux, right? And platform version, you can see 4.17.2, yes, correct. And Node.js version, actually I've developed that application on the 10 point something, so I'm selecting the same version from here, 10.23 one, right? You can see, because which code it is currently in the repository GitHub, that is developed on this version, so I'm selecting this version. But suppose if you're selecting your application on that newer version, so you can go and select directly from this Node.js 12 version, right? That is up to you. And you can see I'm just selecting a sample application, right? So we don't need to do anything. It will create everything for it. You know, if idea about this Beanstalk, what is doing, it is creating everything like S3 bucket, IAM role, EC2 instance, a load balancer, auto scaling group, cloud watch alarm, everything it is creating, right? So I'm just going and creating this application, right? So it will take some time for creating. You can see here, this creation is started here. And let me open all those things. It will create the buckets, right? IAM role, EC2 instance, LV. Let me open it first. So I am opening here EC2 and one more EC2 for the load balancer and CloudWatch, right? So you can see here we don't have any instance, right? And here if I'm going to the load balancers, you can see it is just created this one load balancer. It is started showing the provisioning, right? It is created right now, and you can see it is showing the current time 110 here in the clock, right? It is just created this load balancer, and will create the auto scaling group and everything it will create, right? So let's check. See, it is creating this auto scaling group also, instance type 1, and create the launch configuration also. You can T2 micro, right? And target group, you can see here it is creating, right? And you can see any target is defined or not here. Nothing, no registered target, is still in creation in progress, right? So let me check again here if anything has changed or not. You can see one instance is started, right? That is due to the Elastic Band Stack is doing. You can see it is running musician application environment, right? You can see here, and you can see it is still in creation in progress, right? So I have mentioned maximum thing here. It is create some IAM roles also, right? So I will show you that roles here. See, some roles is created. This roles AWS Business Stack EC2 roles, service role, auto scaling, elastic load balancing. It is creating, right? And let's see CloudWatch. It is created any alarm or not? Because it will create the alarms also. Let me check. Still, it is. Yeah, you can see this is two alarms are created, right? This is created, right? So it is still in progress. So it is started, right? So I think it will take some time. So let me pause this video for a few seconds and a few minutes, and I will come back when it will be created, right? Now you can see here in the registered target group, one server is registered here, right? And it is showing healthy status, right? And you can see here our application is created and it's showing healthy screen. So this is the URL for Musician apps. We can go and run it. And you can see it is working. Currently it is working. By default, we have used some sample code. So Node.js sample application has been deployed and it is working fine, right? So this thing is working fine. You can see, I will show you some more thing over there. You can see I've showed you already you can see one instance is already running here, and one load balancer is already created. You can see this is created and status is showing active. I've used its DNS name for running load balancer URL. Same URL we have tested here, right? You can see this one. same URL we are testing. This is load balancer URL, right? And we can check, we can try to run that URL also. Let me open. See, this is the application, same thing, and this is the this is environmental URL we are getting, right? So both URL is working from that. This I mentioned this URL, right? So what is our motive? We have created some sample application. Now what we will do? We will create a one pipeline here. Now we will deploy our code commit code to this Elastic Beanstalk, and that time this URL will be changed from a sample application to the actual application, right? So let's create a pipeline. So so this is the here is pipeline, and creating, we will go and create the new pipeline here because I don't have any pipeline created so far. This is a pipeline name, and this is created a service role also, same this service role, we will go with that, right? And you can see here source, we will go with default setting, and next one is the source we will select AWS code commit, and in code commit we will select the repository name. This is our repository which we created earlier, right? And branch is master, right? And we will go with default. You can see here same thing I have written here. And next it is the build state. For this demo I am not using any build code build here, so I'm skipping this step, right? So I'm clicking on the next. Right now deploy, where we want to deploy it. So but we want to deploy here Elastic Beanstalk, right? So we will go and select it here, right? So application name we have already created, Magician application, and environment is already created for the Magician environment application environment, right? So we've selected this thing, and so far this region we have created earlier. So if we'll create the sample application, then we will get the name over here. If we'll first time if we'll do here, then you will not get this thing if you're not getting anything for the Elastic Beanstalk earlier, right? So currently deployed here the application, sample application, right? So I'm going over there. You can see this is the summary for that, and I'm just going and create pipeline. When I will create this pipeline, it will start deploying those things, right? So my last demo, I have given the detailed discussion with the cloud formation and code committed everything. But this demo, I'm using the Elastic Beanstalk, right? So you can see very simple demo. This is we are just showing the source is the code commit and do directly deploy to the Elastic Beanstalk. Just you can see I'm removing just the success message. So you can see it is started deploying. When it will deploy it, then we will get our application URL, right? So it will take a couple of minutes. So just I am waiting. I'm just pausing this video once again. Now you can see it is succeed just now, and it will deploy successfully. So we can go and directly run this URL from here. Just let me do it. Now it is opening this, and you can see we are getting the URL over here, right? This is Magician application URL. So I can go and click it here directly. See, this is the Magician application is changed. So I will show you load balancer. Earlier we have checked this one. Let me refresh this one also. See this one, and earlier we have run directly from the Magician application. Let me refresh it again. You can see we got it. So I think this is working. I am putting this my first name and last name, and I am just putting this rock, right? So I'm clicking on the add musician. Let me check it is working. Yeah, you can, it is saved here. Let me do it again, something, Michael. Okay, and last name you can see Johnson, and he's a jazz, right? And just add musician. You can see we have added, and it is showing over here. This is our application. This is created this application in the Node.js, right? And here it is not showing anything. Let me refresh whether we are getting this thing also, right? And you can see the business stack, what happened with business stack. Let me show you that thing also. This is pipeline is working, and you can see here I'm refreshing it. This is working fine, right? Now I will show you full pipeline view here. So what I will do, I will change in the something code, and we will see whether it is reflecting or not, right? Let me see. So in the here I have written, I think already over you can see here something, one health is there already. Health page is there. Let me open this one also. uh, just health. You can see okay status, okay, Amit Kumar Gupta added code deploy with elastic business type. This is it things. So what we will do, we will go and change this file, right? So what is the next slide? We have triggering pipeline by updating the source code. So we will go and the code, I think I've copied earlier in the local, this my git code commit code, and I will go the path which I mentioned here, routes, right? And here you can see musician.js file is there. So what I will go and edit it, right? Musician.js, and here as per the slide I will go and change it, right? And nothing, we need to change it something here, right? So let's go and change it. And this one response, you can see this is added. Now I will go and add here one more line, tested. Today date is 21st 5, right? 21. Wow, 21 5 21, right? So I'm saving it. Let me commit this code from the local system. This is my local. Now I'm checking this code over here. See, it is showing this one. So I am going to commit this code. Version 2.0 I'm doing, right? You can see here what is the status. Again, it is showing clean. So let me push it again to the master. When we will push this code to the master, our pipeline will be triggered, and it will directly uh, run those our deploy starting again from the pipeline. I will show you that thing. You can, we are checking the code. Where is our pipeline? This is our pipeline. You can see here. It is just started 2.0, just started just now. It is finished, and again you can see here deployment is in progress for the Beanstalk and the version 2.0. You can see same code, execution ID is same over here, A0A, A0A, right? So it is showing here, it will start deploying those things, right? So it will take 2 minutes. So I'm pausing this video again. Now you can see it deployed successfully. And let's go and check the application over here. If we have, we can see this two earlier we have added. Now because you deployed new solution, so it will remove now, right? Let me check. You can see both things has been removed, right? And let me check for this status where our latest code was deployed or not. So let me refresh it. Health page. You can see we have added here. So you can see here our code it changed from the directly from the developer end. and reflected to the Elastic Beanstalk, right? So this is for the demo. We have I have already mentioned this thing. You can see the where we can see logs and which what is the events, which rule is working. I will show you this thing also. So in the CloudWatch, you can see uh, log group. No, it is not showing log here. Okay, let me see the rules. And it is so it is rule is created by the pipeline, and due to this rule, it is triggering the changes in the code commit, right? And let me check the S3 bucket because it will create one S3 bucket also. So let me see. I will show you. See, it is creating two buckets over here, right? So this is done from the demo side, but this next step is very important for deleting all those resources, because uh, it will not delete all those resources automatically. We need to go and delete it. If we are using the free tier, then it is necessary to delete. So first, I will go and delete the Magician application, right? So I have given here Elastic Beanstalk is here. Um, where is it? I think this one. This is all. I'm removing it. This is a Magician application. I'm removing it. This is my Elastic Beanstalk, and just I'm taking the application. You can see this application is created over here, Magician application. So I'm going and action and delete the application first. So it will go and delete everything. So we need to enter the application name, right, and delete it. It is started and it will take some time. Let me refresh it here. It is still started, but we are not getting here any message over here. And next step, you can see delete pipeline and build. So whatever we will created the pipeline, let's go and create the pipeline from here. This pipeline we have created, right? So this I am going here, pipeline, and I'm selecting it and deleting pipeline. This pipeline is deleted right now. Next step, you can see delete pipeline and build. Build is not created here. So let me correct it here. Delete pipeline only, right? Delete Amazon events please and cloud lot rules. If it's there, then we will delete later on. First, we will go and delete the S3 bucket, right? And also you can go here source, and this is repository which we have created. So go and delete it. You can delete it. I'm deleting this repository, which it created 6 minutes ago, right? So I'm just going to delete it. This is deleted, right? So let me go deleting the S3 bucket. So I'm going first. We need to empty it. So I'm going to empty it, right? Now, after emptying it, we can go and delete it, right? One packet is created by the Elastic Beanstalk, one packet is created by the code pipeline, right? So I'm deleting both one. I think insufficient access. So let me wait, or I will delete it. No problem. Let me do it. Need to delete the code pipeline. Now just go and delete it via changing the access permissions. Let me do it. I am doing the bucket policy because due to this I'm not able to delete this policy, so I'm just removing this policy, everything, and save changes. Now again I'm going over there and trying to and trying to delete again, right? It is deleted, right? So we have deleted this thing. IAM role, let's check whether it is required or not. IAM, this is the custom policies. Code commit we have deleted, right? We have done this thing. And CloudWatch, we will do it. Let's check whether our Magician application deleted or not. Let's check what happened here. It's deleted, right? Now, what will happen when it will deleted the entire things like load balancer and other things also, which is created at the same time. So it is an environment. This is already nothing is there. So let's go and check the our load balancer, right? Everything you can see here. What about that? You can see this is deleted by the Elastic Beanstalk itself. Let me refresh. It is target group is also deleted. Check for the auto scaling group. Nothing is there. And you can see sorry, it was launch configuration. Now we need to check the auto scaling group. It is nothing is there because that is deleted by the only one command when we deleted the stack application directly. It will delete everything. Now we need to check for the instances, right? Let's go and check it out. You can see instances is deleted and nothing is there, right? Everything is deleted. Let's go and check the roles at last. I'm refreshing it. Let's check. Roles are there. So we need to go to delete the roles manually, right? So I've selected this roles which was created during that Elastic Beanstalk deployment. So just I'm deleting those things. That is everything is mentioned here. You can see IAM role I've mentioned here earlier, right? And after that, we need to check the policy. Any policy is created by the customer, then we need to delete it. It is deleted, right? Now go to the policy. Let me check the custom policy. Customer manage anything is there or not. There's two policies created, right? So now go and delete this. Okay, now to delete this one also. Now we have done. We have done everything, and everything is little bit CloudWatch. Yeah, CloudWatch is required. Let's check for the event rule as they are or not in the CloudWatch. Let me go and check it out. Let me refresh first. This rules is related by the pipeline, and you can see nothing. No, all the alarms are deleted, and logs group. Let me check anything we have. No, we don't have any log file, right? So I think we have done everything. So all the resources are deleted which we've created for this POC. So next POC we will use the same POC code pipeline with Beanstalk, but what we will do here, we will add the code commit, code build here, and we will build the code before deploying to the Beanstalk. This is our next POC we will do, and we will meet in the next video. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Happy learning.